Welcome back with another stock market video. I am Tesla the Tesla, and right now we're looking at a market overview, mostly green, good sign. We are almost halfway through December. Today's December 10th, and looks like we're looking to end this year very strong. Let's go ahead and just jump right into today. So, first things up, look at what we got here. We got SPY almost at all time highs. Look at that daily candle. Boom, right back into all time high territory. I love to see it. Uh, I'm seeing predictions out there that we might hit 600 by the, I'm sorry, 700 by the end of the year. If not, maybe early next year. And I'm looking to play into that and make some money off of that. I mean, look at this. This is about a $8 move on SPY. A $8 move. Typically, a day like that, you can turn, let's say, $500 into easily $3,000, $4,000. $500 to about a few $1,000s. If you look back here, this was a few days ago, back in November. This day right here, I saw people turn $600 into $30,000 just off this day candle right here. All right, so a lot of money to be made in the stock market, yeah, and you see these come often. Like this is essentially the same thing as this. Like this is a 500 day. You're turning this into like $15,000 easily. All right, so we love to see days like this. I know it's more comfortable to make money with the stock market on the price going up, which, excuse me, you do get days like that, up days like that, but like here's one way over here. See, this was almost, you know, remember that day when Trump and his buddies right here? Again, $500 easily 30 grand. I mean, no jokes about it, right? It's just this is how money's made. But as you can see, look how often we get big money moves to the upside versus big money moves to be made to the downside. All right. We had two of these in less than, what's this? This one was November 20th. This one was October 10th. So a little over a month, we had two. If you could just hit these two trades, if I wouldn't have traded anything else but this in October, that would have made up for my whole month. Again, here in November, if I would have traded nothing but this, or we would have traded nothing but this day, would have been our whole November. And then here's a good day right here for December. So literally one day a month could change your whole month, if not your whole life. All right. So I want to see us taking our trading seriously, not over trading, because you clearly don't have to. All right. Were there good up days here? Absolutely. This one right here, a little indecisive. Days like this can psych you out. You get in, you run up, thinking, we're good, and then we pull back all the way back, and then we're back here again. So essentially, you ended up where you started. Unless you were able to get in here and write this down, you ended up where you started. I would avoid days like that. Here's a good day, a little push down, a little push up, But we're looking for moves like this. It's moving in a direction that we can identify and take advantage of. Like there was nothing tricky about this day. We did push up before we just completely tanked, right? You could have held that trade all day and not had an issue at all. You would have made money all day. Same thing with today here. And as you can see, that tide is turning from red back to green. I think that will I think you see maybe, I don't know, I would say 2 to 3 candlesticks within this range before we push higher. All right. And like I said, our goal is a modest 700. It's a modest $700. All right. Let's put that there. I do like my numbers even. So we're just going to say 700. Boom. Right there. Not that far off. And again, I'd say end of year, early January, we should be looking at that $700. All right. So, yeah, on January 9th. All right, let's leave it there. I feel like, yeah, that's fifth, about $12. All right, we had an $8 move today, so $12 to get us to 700 does not seem too far off. And like I said, I have been putting trades in for that early 2026 expiration already. Um yeah, but I want to take down. So like you see this here, this looks like just a green solid day to the upside, which it was. All right, but let me show you how the market is so tricky. On the 4 hour upside, all right, on the 1 hour, boom, boom, boom. All right, because the market is still open. We're almost close here. By the time this video goes up, the market will be closed. Look at the 15-minute. Look at the 15-minute and how tricky that was today. So if we go back earlier today, 15-minute. All right, let's get some time on the board. So right here, 2 o'clock. And yes, we did have Jerome Powell speaking today. 2:15. All right, indecisive. 2:30. We run up. I don't know if people took money here or what, got nervous. We pull back. We pull back. You know, if you got in here and you ran up and you saw 100%, 200%, 300%, and you didn't take it, you pull back here and you go, oh man, I just completely missed out on this trade. I just fumbled. For it to boom again on the next 15-minute. Tricky, tricky, tricky. A lot of people got shook out here. A lot of people got shook out here on this candlestick. All right. Tricky, tricky, tricky markets. I've been there. It didn't happen to me today, but I've been there. A run up, a pullback. I sell for a loss or a little bit of profit when I could have had more, and for it to just go boom. You got to be careful. You got to be looking at, I say at the very minimum 2 time frames. Some people like 4. I feel like that's a lot for me, but typically I look at the 1 hour and the 15-minute, and if I'm in a trade, I might glance over at the 5-minute. But yeah, tricky move today. You got to be careful for those. Honestly, that's pretty much it. I know I've been gone for a minute. I've just been really trying to perfect the craft, and I come back and I tell you guys what I've learned. All right, this is my day-to-day watch list, and as you can see, any little hint or trick or tip you can do to just project what that overall market is doing for the day is going to help you in the long run. So mine's is SPY, and then a lot of the big names that are like Apple's a really big name. If not, I think the biggest holder of SPY. So that's a good direction of what that market's overall doing, especially if you're going to trade SPY. Tesla's up 2%. IWM is up almost 1.5%, a little bit more. Nvidia is such a small factor, but I mean, if Nvidia is running 3%, 4%, that's going to still help SPY because it's in SPY. So the down 0.6 doesn't affect it that much. And then this is one of the biggest factors right here, SQQ. So SQQ performs opposite of SPY and also QQQ. So typically when you see SPY up, you're going to see SQQ down. So I kind of play these off of each other. That's why it's on my watch list just for the day, just so I can get like an overall glance what the market is doing. If I come on in the morning and SPY or Apple is down, I'm thinking most likely SPY is going to be down too unless it recovers. But it's just a good little indicator of just what the market is doing. All right. I could also just click over to I have like a SPY breakdown as well. I don't want to switch out of this, but I just have the whole SPY and what the whole SPY is doing. But you can make money here too. So if I'm buying, if you know they're going to do the opposite SPY and SQQ, I could buy my calls here and I could have bought my puts here and they both would have made money, all right, at the same time. So that's a nice little two play matchup that you can always play against. These going to be super cheap just because that price is super cheap. And then, of course, your spot contracts vary. But I got a tip on SPY. It's actually on my X account, same as a YouTube Tesla to Tesla. I'm going to actually put that up here in the video, my little tip of how I trade SPY contracts. I'll put it right here in the video. But that's pretty much it. I've been going for a minute. Like I said, I just been really nose in the charts, really grinding, just trying to figure it all out and just become a very successful trader. Even if I don't make videos, trust me, I look at the charts and I am on top of what's going on in the market every day. All right. As you can see, I got Bitcoin up here. I got SPY and I got SHIB. All right. Don't get it twisted. I am in the markets. All right. You see Bitcoin sitting at 93 and you see our SHIB up as well at 508. And that is all I got for you guys today. It feels good to be back. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the video. Follow me on all platforms. I'm on TikTok now, and I post a lot of my plays on TikTok daily. So if I'm not making a video, definitely check out the TikTok. I'm there. I'm posting videos. I'm posting plays, and I'm also on X as well. All right, no more Instagram. So YouTube, X, and TikTok. Same name on all platforms. Tesla to Tesla. I'm out.